Today, we remember Ritchie Valens, a young man whose voice was as bright as his spirit, and whose brief life left a permanent mark on music history. Born Richard Stephen Valenzuela in Los Angeles, Ritchie was the son of Mexican-American parents, raised in a family where music was woven into everyday life. From an early age, he showed an extraordinary gift. He taught himself guitar, absorbed the sounds of rhythm and blues and traditional Mexican music, and began performing while still a teenager. Even then, there was something unmistakable about him, a confidence, a warmth, and a sound that felt entirely his own. At just 17 years old, Ritchie was discovered and signed to a record label. In a matter of months, he achieved what many artists chase for a lifetime. His breakout hit, La Bamba, transformed a traditional Mexican folk song into a rock and roll anthem. Sung in Spanish at a time when mainstream American radio rarely embraced bilingual music, it broke barriers and opened doors. It was joyous, energetic, and proud, a celebration of heritage wrapped in the new, electrifying sound of rock and roll. He followed with the tender ballad, Donna, a heartfelt tribute to his high school sweetheart. The song revealed another side of Ritchie, vulnerable, romantic, and sincere. Together, these recordings showed a remarkable range for someone so young. He wasn't simply riding a wave, he was shaping the future of music. In 1959, Ritchie joined the Winter Dance Party Tour, alongside rising stars like Buddy Holly and J.P. Richardson. It was a thrilling moment, a caravan of young talent carrying rock and roll across America. But on February 3, 1959, tragedy struck when the small plane carrying them crashed near Clear Lake, Iowa. Ritchie was only 17 years old. That day would later be remembered as the day the music died. And yet, the music did not die. Though his career lasted barely 8 months, Ritchie Valens became a pioneer. He proved that rock and roll had no single language, no single face. He inspired generations of Latino musicians and countless others who saw in him the courage to bring their full identity to the stage. Artists who followed walked through doors he helped open. But beyond the milestones in the history books, we remember a young man full of promise, a son, a brother, a friend, someone who laughed easily, worked tirelessly, and dreamed without limits. He carried the pride of his heritage and the excitement of youth into every performance. Ritchie Valens' life was short, but it was luminous. He reminds us that greatness is not measured in years, but in impact. His songs still play, his voice still rises, and when we hear the opening chords of La Bamba, we are reminded that even the briefest flame can light the world. May we honor his memory, not with sorrow alone, but with celebration, for the joy he gave us and for the music that will never fade.